Hi everybody, hope you're well. So we've had a couple of new changes that came in on the 9th of February, which I want to talk about. So the first one's the sale of two-star tack. And if you're fed up about not being able to sell it, well now you can. So you can be sold up to the shop for 1,000 aquas, and you can do the same with polo wraps and ear bonnets, and they can be resold for 500. You get two-star tack from events, Horns of Plenty, Golden Places, or the Divine Horse Secret Rainbow. Your friends can also give them via the gift donation, and you can give friends them via the friends page. So I think this is nice. I'm happy with that. I think it's nice that we can sell them. So I don't have like any negative feelings towards that. Then we've got the community. So I'm undecided on this. So basically, you've got several karma adjustments, and the first one is the question center profile pages in karma. So when a player has 6 karma or less, their question center profile page becomes inaccessible. And this was already the case for profile pages, but now this rule applies to both pages. Now, why I do think this is a good idea is because obviously people that were abusive on their presentations or maybe otherwise abusive and lost access to their profile page also have the same with the question center, which I think is fair because it's another deterrent for people not to break rules, I think, and not to advertise or multiple account and so thing and different other things as well. So I think it's a good thing. I think it's a good deterrent, hopefully. Now the other one that I'm not so sure about, and I've been sort of mulling this over, and I've given it sort of an in-between rate at the moment. So when a player has 8 karma or less, they lose the ability to co-manage an account or to have their own account co-managed. And I kind of don't know about this because it feels like, there wasn't any pre-warning really about this other than if you looked in here, people didn't get a warning because I've spoken to a few people who have less than 8 karma and they've now lost co-management, and vice versa, people have lost co-management to them. So sometimes people who have done things that they've learned from, I think maybe it's kind of a really serious inconvenience for people with teams. But then I look at it from the aspect of people who have been abusive on other people's accounts or have really done stuff that they really, really shouldn't have. And I kind of think, no, it's a good thing because it stops them going on people's shared account until they have over 8 karma. And it is a good deterrent for people not to misbehave, I guess. But I'm kind of undecided on it because I'm certain thinking to myself, I know some people have just done things that were maybe said something in the forums, maybe once or twice, maybe just kind of let something slip that they shouldn't have. Not necessarily have done anything really, really bad in terms of being, I'm trying to think of the word. They're not going around stealing people's accounts or things like that, which people obviously get really heavy sanctions for. So I don't know, I'm kind of like on the fence with it, I guess. I don't really know. I mean, I'd like to know what you guys think. I know I have spoken to a couple of people who have lost karma and have are under 8 karma, and have said it's a really big inconvenience to them and their team now because nobody can co-manage, which might be a problem if they need to go and they need a horse loaned off and the person can't do it by shared now. So I totally get why that's an issue. Then we've got the miscellaneous. So the mailbox, you can access your private mailbox anytime now with the mail icon is available permanently even if you don't have any new messages. In such cases, the notification counter is not split. So I think that's good. That means you can, rather than having to click community and private mailbox, you can just scroll up to the top and click your icon. So I like that. This other thing about put to bed. So it's now no longer possible to put a mare to bed who's at the point of giving birth, just so players don't forget. The mare must have given birth before being put to bed. Tip: it is still possible to bypass the birth by giving your mare, aging your mare without putting her to bed, but in this case you will lose the foal. See, there's a reason I'm not entirely on with this, and it's because whenever I sometimes don't have a bolt, I cover the mare over and over again, checking to see what gender foal I get, and then if the foal's the wrong gender, I age her past giving birth, so I lose the foal essentially, and then recover and then try again for the right foal gender that I need. So I'm kind of like, I know it doesn't stop me doing that, but it's just sort of irritating, I guess is the best way to put it. So I'm not not totally, I'm kind of in the middle of this a bit. I think it was like, what was the point? I guess it's to stop people, I'm sort of in the 2 to 3 star range. I'm gonna go with 3 because I'm kind of in the middle about it, because I feel like it's probably more there to help people who don't know maybe and don't intend to do it, whereas I'm doing it purposefully, which is sort of why I'm not so keen on it. But most of those changes I'm okay with. I'm really up and down about the karma thing. I mean, I know people lose karma for a reason, and the karma system is there. I think it's good that hopefully this will be a deterrent for more people not to lose karma, but there are times where people do silly things and lose karma, as we well know, like sometimes sending on spam and not realizing it's chain mail and so forth when you're not aware. So yeah, I get that. It's going to bother a lot of people. I do think they should have given a little bit of warning in advance, but maybe if they'd given warning, people would have been more annoyed in the run up to it. So I don't know. But let me know what you think of the new changes, good or bad. So anyway, guys, I hope you love it.